that are earning 4.0 GPAs, it's pretty hard to choose them. Simone Park, while you're coming up, I'll tell people that your sister was the international graduate of the year last year, and her mom and dad are here from Canada. One quick story about Simone. She was talking to some people. I've heard her say this before. How long does it take you to get home? She said, oh, it's about a 35-hour drive. And she and her sister drive one of those great big rigs. Each of them have one of the great big rigs. Did you bring one of them here tonight? But they hold what, 6 horses each, those rigs? Okay, and let's have the little apartment in front. Okay, so these are some of the great experiences you get in interacting with these people. Simone, we're sure glad you've spent the last 2 years here.
Hi everyone. Before I start, I just want to say I'm not a fan of public speaking, so just know this speech is just as painful for me to give as it is for all of you to sit through. I would like to start off by saying congratulations to all of the graduates this year. It's a great accomplishment for all of us to have achieved, and we're now prepared to move on to the next chapter of our lives. My name is Simone Park. I'm 19 years old, and I'm from Creston, British Columbia, which is a small town right across the Idaho border in Canada. I'm a member of the Ranger College Rodeo team, a member of Phi Theta Kappa, and of course a student here at Ranger College. In the coming fall, I will be transferring to Tarleton State University here in Stephenville, Texas, where I will compete for the university on the rodeo team, as well as major in marketing. My 2 years at Ranger College have been very beneficial. I've achieved many goals, and every day I'm getting closer to my future plans and dreams. Coming to college was one of the best decisions I've made in my life. It was a daunting thought, moving about 40 hours away from home, as well as my family. I figured out fast that the laundry, the dishes, and the house cleaning did not get done by themselves every day. That was Mom. Thankfully, my older sister Caitlin took the plunge first, coming to Ranger College herself, and I had a few footsteps to follow in. The transition of leaving home is never easy. The first 2 weeks of college were filled with many fun, new experiences, but also a lot of time spent missing home. Eventually, the fun took over. I never knew I was capable of staying up until 4 in the morning and still making it through my 8 a.m. classes and practice that afternoon. That first semester of college was filled with some of the best naps I have ever taken. I've gained much knowledge during my 2 years here at Ranger. I was homeschooled my whole life up until last year when I began my journey at Ranger College. I was nervous, but also curious as to what learning in a classroom would be like. Now, Ranger may be small, but I still had to pull up my schedule every day to remember which classroom I had to go to. There was definitely a few times I sat in the wrong classroom. Thankfully, I was also terrified to be late, so I was always one of the first ones there and no one noticed. Now, on a more serious note, the professors at Ranger College have been great. I would like to thank each and every one of the professors I've had for answering my copious amounts of questions and for trying to keep their word when they told us during syllabus week that no question is a dumb question. People often ask me, why Ranger, or how did you find Ranger College all the way from Canada? The answer's simple, Coach Lou. I met Coach at the National High School Rodeo Finals in Wyoming. Right off the bat, my family and I loved him and decided this was a school I was interested in attending. I flew down to Texas that following fall and met with many coaches at different schools around Texas. Still, Ranger stood out to me. Coming from a small town, I felt comfortable here and thought the adjustments wouldn't be as drastic as they would if I moved to a bigger center. I'm a firm believer that attitude is a huge part of happiness, as well as the outcome of situations. For most of us here, coming to college is the first time we've lived away from home for a long period of time. Ranger has many international students like myself, and as we all know, there's no going home for a quick visit on the weekends when things get tough. Things like this made me grow up fast. We've all had to make tough decisions in order to pursue our dreams. Whether we're focusing on a sport, academics, or other future plans, we all have specific goals in mind. To achieve these, sacrifices have to be made and time and effort put in. In the wise words of Jim Rohn, successful people do what unsuccessful people are not willing to do. Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. I truly believe this. There's always a way for us to better ourselves, and the people that are successful are willing to go that extra mile. This really hits home with me in the rodeo arena. Moving to Texas, there's much tough competition in the rodeo world. I was forced to push myself harder than I ever have before. I had to work harder and be self-motivated if I wanted to be successful. The other kids on the rodeo team, as well as all of the kids at the college rodeos from other schools, pushed me to become better and be more dedicated. They say you're only as good as your competition, and I hope this is true, as Texas is one of the toughest places in the world to rodeo. All in all, I have thoroughly enjoyed my 2 years here at Ranger College. From the rodeo practices to the late-night study sessions, each day has been full of new challenges and adventures. I would like to end by saying thank you to everyone who has made this part of my life so special. Thank you to my friends and family for all of the support and encouragement. Thank you to Coach Lou, Miss Donna, Dayton Shiny, and all of my teammates who have helped me grow and push me to be better every day. Lastly, thank you to all of my professors who have taught me many valuable lessons that I use in and out of the classroom. I couldn't have done it without each and every one of you. I can't wait to begin the next chapter of my life, and I want to wish each of you good luck as we go our separate ways to follow our dreams. Once again, a heartfelt thank you to everyone who came here tonight, and my best to all of you in your future endeavors.
Herman Romero, would you come up here? Herman is from Venezuela. And